Hola, hola. ¿Cómo estamos? Very good vibes in that gym, y'all. Even if it's in the back alley like this, I couldn't find it at first. And here's the secret yellow door. The streets of Cartagena on this sunny day. It's about 90 degrees outside. It feels like 100. Got all this humidity, scorching sun, all this hot air from the cars. It's just, you can just feel it. It's kind of sick, but it's part of the experience, right?
¿De dónde nos visita? Dímelo, panita, háblame claro, sé que estás falando.
Blessy, USA. Blessy, USA. Ahí viene de Estados Unidos, pero tiene el pinte mexicano. Porque tienes un pinte bacano. A huevo, hermano. ¿Sabes por qué? Tiene pinta de boxeador.
Gracioso. Bueno, serio, te quedan esos tatu ninguno como tú eres de México. Bien, en US, welcome to.
Ey, escucha que mi flow es bien bacano. Vienes de la tierra de los dólares americanos. Ey, escucha, hermano, que nosotros la cantamos. Y esos tatuajes que se te ven bien bacanos. Tengo el fin, mira, foto de honrón. ¿Ese es Sansón o es Platón? Ey, mira, yo no me complico, tú eres el hermano pequeño, el culito.
¿Cuántos días lleva aquí, güey?
3. Mañana es mi último día. Me voy a Santa Marta.
¿Me ha pasado chido?
A todo dar. Aquí la gente es bien amable.
Sí.
La de Pablo, ¿no te gusta la de Pablo?
La blanquita.
La blanca, ¿te gusta? Tengo las de Pablo, cabrón.
Pues sí, hay muchos animales aquí, güey.
Sí, miré, por eso vine aquí para relajarme un rato.
Hay changuitos.
Un changuito.
Es un parque muy turístico.
Sí.
Y es relajado, la policía.
Sí. Mira qué es eso que está allá. Una iguana.
Sí, una iguana. ¿Sí está buena?
Sí está buena, de verdad.
¿Quieres probar la de Pablo? Que la prueben. Y ya te darás cuenta si es lo mismo o no es lo mismo. Bueno, ese es papa, este es papa con plátano.
Oye, güey, pero me va a dar más sed. ¿No tiene algo de tomar?
Sí, claro, y tengo
¿Qué?
Coca-Cola, tengo bebidas ahí.
Dame una coca, oiga. ¿Para cuánto las da?
¿Da secona? Da secona.
Sí, es que vine del gimnasio y todavía ni agua tengo ni nada. Bueno, mejor no tiene un agua, la verdad. Que me va a dar más sed con esa coca. Gracias. Un chiquito nomás. Chiquitito, así, sí.
Hágale.
Yeah, güey. Hey, watch this. You ready?
Yeah.
Alright, wait. Guys, I just did Colombian Coke.
En Medellín también sea Medellín seguro, pero tienen que saber por dónde fue.
Sí, es lo que escuché.
Sí.
Ya tengo un guía cuando llegue allá para que me diga.
36, 37, 38.
Ok, gracias.
Ya la página de Uber ya tiene todos sus datos.
Sí.
entonces no puede. Hola, mi nombre es Samir Enrique Guerrero Barreto. Pasándola bien contigo en Cartagena.
Es todo.
Pasándola chido, chicharrón.
Se mira bien. ¿Y tú qué cogiste tú?
Arroz de camarón.
Arroz de camarón. Se mira bueno. Órale. Y con su limonada de coco.
Claro.
No se olvide. Así está mejor. Muy bien. Gracias.
Y aquí en Cartagena la mayoría de personas que ve a alguien enseguida que, o sea, cuando van a tratar así, enseguida le dicen I got everything.
I got everything, ¿sí? Que dice, tiene todo, que tienes todo.
Tiene todo, claro. Ya cuando tú le hablas en español, no, tranquilo, soy mexicano, ya se calma.
Sí,
Pero
claro.
como ven que como es americano y todo eso, ya...
Hola, buenas amigos, bienvenido adelante.
Oh, sí. Sí, miré, fíjate un video que aquí en Cartagena y que cuando Estados Unidos estaba trayendo gente de África, aquí paraban en Cartagena.
Sí, claro.
Entonces,
Pedro Heredia, tuvo que fundar Cartagena. Sí, claro, el que tiene la mano ahí alzada.
¿y ese quién es?
Es como un americano. Sí, mire, ahí está la mujer caminando por la calle.
Ahí está.
Sí, es una calle muy famosa. Ahora
Sí.
porque la tienen muy descuidada.
De veras.
Sí, claro, toca restaurarla, pintarla,
Pero-
poner más sombrilla, pero toca primero que el gobierno, claro. El centro hacia la pirámide. Ya usted le tomó la nombre, ¿verdad?
No, fíjate que
Pedro
no.
Heredia.
Pedro de, ahí
Es el
dice.
marido de la India Catalina.
Oh, de veras.
Sí, por eso se llama Cartagena de India, por esa mujer, que fue gobernadora y también fue fundadora de esta. Todas vienen del mar, no que poquito a poquito cogían piedra y con barro
Ok.
lo fueron haciendo y todo eso, y ya han restaurado todo eso,
Qué chingón.
porque no hay palabras. Ni Dios me quita este negocio aquí.
Está con madre. Eso lo tengo que tocar, ¿verdad? Lo tengo que tocar las tetas
Para ponerle la pesico.
para volver, ¿verdad?
Claro. Conocer y a pasarla bien.
Claro.
Ya después ya tiene un amigo más aquí. Que
Exactamente.
cuando vuelva, yo voy a decir,
Muy bien.
con mis amigos ya llegué.
Ok.
No, ahora de pronto.
¿A dónde eres?
Claro. ¿De Estados Unidos?
Hola, Blessing, Estados Unidos.
Órale, muchas
¿Cómo te
gracias.
llamas?
Jeff.
Hey, tú te llamas Jess, grábate el video por la red. Oye, Jess, viva en los Estados Unidos, ¿cómo es? Te lucen los tatuajes, tú tienes el pecho como Rubén Blades, el rapero canta en el
Graba el video y lo sube para Instagram. En menos de un minuto se tu Instagram los fans. Estamos en tendencia con Luisito Comunica. Ya llegó el rapero que te canta y te improvisa.
Que viva en los Estados Unidos, con contenido, pero es el patrón, amigo de él, somos tiro fijo. Párame bola, mírame la cara que tengo el eterle, que no se compara, que tengo talento, la pista reviento, con esto le están por rey. Pero este es el mejor en Cartagena, el patrón. Regalar a los raperos aunque sea
Ey, en la chancleta de Vicente Fernández.
Dale.
Tú eres el dueño de la playa Boca Grande.
¿Cómo?
Tú eres el king, tú eres americano. Pero por el acento pareces mexicano. Andamos activos, que ganan los Grammy. Tú eres el magnate, que viva allá en Miami.
Hey, que vive en Miami, tú eres el patrón,
No
el de
tengo,
los
no
Grammy.
tengo, no
Apoya a
tengo,
los
no tengo.
rappers que tú andas contra las mami.
No tengo,
Ah,
pero
bueno,
está chingón.
se raja, güey.
Está chingón como
No te
canta,
rajes,
¿verdad?
apóyanos.
No tengo, por eso estoy diciendo. ¿Todo bien? If anyone's wondering how I stay low key and try to film discreetly or not, I just stick my camera here to magnet and all I gotta do is press record. Barely noticeable. I even turned the little LED off. So I don't know. Let me know if this is discreet enough. I think so. Hola, muchas gracias, mami. ¿Cómo estás? Muy bien.
¿Cuándo quieres algo?
Cuando quiero algo,
Si hacerte una chupadita, una culiadita.
una cuidadita bien rica.
Bien rica, papi.
Mm.
¿Cuándo te me animas?
No, el hotel donde estoy no me dejan tener visitores.
No, pero aquí si tú no puedes, mira, te voy a explicar.
¿Cómo?
Si tú no puedes, aquí hay una cabañita aquí. Ahí te
Órale.
cobran 10 la entrada, 10,000 pesos colombianos y te dejan 1 hora. 1 hora, 2 horitas y ahí te puedes mamar tu huevo. podemos
Órale.
culiar ahí.
¿Y cuánto cobras tú por hora?
Ah, no, mi amor, yo no cobro. Estás grabando, no grabes.
No.
Ah, sí, pues me da miedo. Aquí
No,
todo
no.
sube en el Facebook. Yo cobro 100.
100 la hora, 100
Sí,
mil.
la mamada, sí.
La mamada.
Sí.
Sí, pero todo, yo quiero todo, nomás.
¿Quieres todo? Yo te cobro 300 colombianos.
¿Cuánto?
300 colombianos.
300,000.
Sí, colombianos.
Órale. Deja, voy a tomar un ratito a ver qué.
Pero ven acá, ¿y cuánto tiene? Vamos a ver el negocio, amigo, que te me vaya. ¿Cuánto tiene?
No, ahorita mejor.
¿Cuánto me
Estás muy sexy ahorita. Watch this.
Guapo, hermoso.
Hola, muchas gracias, muchas gracias.
Ah, ven acá.
No me chives. Gracias. Ya me voy.
Digo, discoteca, restaurante.
¿Qué cosa?
Discoteca, restaurante, ¿qué buscas?
Discoteca. No vas caminando a ver
¿De
qué.
dónde eres?
De México.
México, bienvenido
Sí.
a la gente del Chavo.
Gracias.
Bienvenido a Cartagena, ¿eh? ¿Cuándo llegaste?
El 19.
Ah, ya tienes varios días.
Sí,
¿Has
ya.
visitado la playa? ¿Has visitado
Sí,
todo?
es lo que estaba. Ya mañana me voy a Santa Marta.
Ah, ya mañana te vas
Sí,
para Santa Marta.
sí, claro.
Amigo, aquí tenemos de todo, a ver, recuerda.
Ya estoy mirando,
Como
sí.
La cocaína, la hierba.
De veras.
La hierba era
Y
mejor. ¿Sí te gusta?
sí escuché, pero ya tengo un
Un proveedor.
un proveedor.
Pero no creo que sea la mejor. ¿Qué te gusta, la cocaína o la hierba?
La hierba.
Mira, te voy a mostrar algo sin derecho a nada, ningún compromiso.
Ningún
para
compromiso.
que tú veas la clase de calidad.
A
que te voy
ver.
mostrar, mira.
Órale.
¿Sí se entiende? Esa es diferente, esa no es.
¿Y cuánto la vendes?
Bueno, esta es diferente, esta sale el gramo a 40.
40.000 por un gramo.
Pero esta es de la
Ok.
mejor.
Y...
Primo, eso es contravía, ¿viste?
¿qué iba a decir?
¿Todo bien?
¿Tú vendes así o no vendes churritos?
Armado.
Churritos, sí.
¿Quieres ir a un armado?
Mañana que me voy, necesito para llevarme para
Pero
Santa
si me
Marta.
quieres mejor vamos a hacer algo, te vendo el paquete. Te voy a hacer una promoción por el paquete. Aquí hay 5 gramos. Te lo voy a dar en 150 colombianos. Pero este es lo mejor, esta la puedes pasear, esta se puede llevar para donde tú quieras porque la puedes portar.
Por 150.
O sea,
Allá me lo dan por 100.
el paquete
Sí,
de 5 gramos.
De 5.
Ya, somos amigos. Oye.
Pero lo quiero por 80.
No, no, México, ya tú quieres regalado, ¿no?
Fam, some crazy shit just went down, bro. Oh my god, I wish I was filming. I was too scared to even reach for my camera though. I went to they call it El Pueblo here, which is just like the main town. It's like old town, you know, it's really where all the nightlife is at right now. As I'm walking, I'm looking for a place to eat. I'm trying to find a place to drink, just chill out, vibe out. Some guy approaches me, offered me to buy drugs, of course. I said no, kept insisting. He tells me a price. I was like, no, that's too much, I can't buy it. He told me another price, and I was like, no, that's too much, I can't buy it. Eventually, he tells me 50,000 Colombian pesos, which is just over $10, I think. Yeah, just over $10. So I was like, all right, that's a good deal. Like, fuck it, I'll just buy it, and if I don't really want it, I'll just throw it away. Like, just $10. So I get the gas, right? It's a done deal. And then his boy comes up, and he's like, hey, wait. Like, how much did he sell you that for? I told him. He sold it to me for 50. He's like, no, that's not the price. Like, you have to pay more around here. He's like, you got to pay full price. Mind you, he doesn't even know what the price he told me. So I was like, what's the full price? And he says some crazy shit, like 200K, like way more than the guy said. So like, bro, and he just wouldn't stop. Like, he wouldn't stop pressing me, bro. It got to the point where like, I felt like I was in danger. Like, you get a vibe from certain people where the energy this guy was giving was just not it. So I started walking. He's like, hey, stop walking. If you keep walking, we're gonna have problems, blah, 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 blah. I didn't give a fuck. I said, whatever, bro, figure it out. He just kept telling me, like, I know people everywhere. Like, you better watch out. Don't go around the corner because my guys will be ready. Mind you, this whole time that he's arguing with me, there's another one of his guys, and he's just, like, dead staring at me. And he, like, tells him to go away at some point, but, like, I already knew they were together, so there was 3 dudes. And it's just me by myself, right? So how fucking stupid would I be to stay there in that area over a fucking bag of weed? Isn't that fucking insane, bro? It is my fault, I'm not gonna lie. It is my fault for even entertaining that and buying it. Everybody told me not to, but... ¿Qué pasó? Estoy grabando, aquí, estoy grabando.
Te estoy esperando.
espérame.
Fuera en la esquina.
Okay, espérame. Wow, I can't believe I ran into that hooker from earlier. I was just bullshitting with her. I had to get out of there. I got a taxi and took my ass home because fuck that, bro. Fuck that. That was probably the most unsafe I felt this whole trip. Pretty sure I got it on video. So you guys already probably saw the footage of the guy trying to sell me stuff. That shit was needless to say, bro, I will not be going back there. And that's why I really had to cut it short. ¿Cómo estamos?
¿Qué desea por ahí? ¿Qué necesita?
No, nada, amigo, ya. Like, just being in a different country and someone's threatening you like that is a different feeling, man. I was genuinely scared there for a second, but now we're back in the safe area, so let's go get a drink, man. Cheers to not dying. Check this out, guys. They got a traditional dish here in Cartagena, and it's called Posta Cartagenera. With a beer, of course. Oh yeah. we go again. So I'm gonna try to summarize exactly what went down tonight. I feel like I didn't do a good job explaining it earlier, and it was a lot. It was just a lot, man. Like, I was a little overwhelmed.
As I'm walking around, this guy comes up to me, you know, nothing new. This has happened many times before here. It's normal. They ask you if you need anything meaning drugs, of course. I said no. You know, it's always best practice to say no, even if you are looking for that stuff. You know, there's a time and a place where you can get it safely, and that was not one of them. Now, I didn't know this going into it, but either way, I said no. The guy kept insisting, and I actually did need some of that green, if you know what I mean. I actually did need some because I'm leaving here tomorrow and going into a different, smaller city where I probably won't find any. So I was like, okay, whatever, like, sure, like, I guess, you know, I will need some eventually, so sure, like, what's the price? He told me the price. It was something like 150K, which is like, it's like $30, $40, about $40, right? And I was like, nah, that's too much, blah, blah, blah. Basically, I was just trying to flee the situation, and he kept insisting. He's like, okay, give me 100. I said, no, bro, that's still too much. Like, he said, okay, give me 50. At that point, I'm like, hold on, 50? That's pretty good. That's like $11 for, what was it? It was like 3 grams. So, I mean, at that point, I'm sold. I'm like, okay, sure, then, all right, 50K it is. So I gave him the 50, right? I gave him the 50K, and it was good, done deal, right? Wrong. Actually, what happens is, as I'm walking away, I guess it's like his boy, I guess it's like the boss man or whatever. He comes up to me and he's like, hey, like, how much did he sell you that for? And so I told him, and he's like, no, that's not the price. Like, he told you the wrong price, blah, blah, blah. And then the guy that sold it to me comes over, and he asked him, he's like, how much did you sell it for? And he told him. And then he just, like, hits him like that in the chest, like, and he's like, that's the wrong price. And I don't know what he said, but he's essentially saying, why did you do that? That's the wrong price. And I'm just like, okay, like, it's weird. And he just keeps telling me, like, you gotta pay full price, blah, blah, blah. I told him straight, like, bro, he told me one price. I paid it to him. He gave it to me. It's a done deal. Like, what do you mean? Like, he's like, bossman's like, no, you have to pay full price because I don't know what he was. At this point, I'm like, all right, some shit. This is about to, like, this can get really ugly. I could just pay him, or I could just, you know, say fuck it and not pay him. I didn't know what to do. That's really what it came down to. I genuinely did not know what to do. I did know that if I showed any weakness, they were gonna sniff that out and press me even harder, or who knows what they would have done. So he keeps pressing, like, you gotta pay full price, I keep telling him, no, bro, like, he already told me the price, sorry, like, I'm not paying anymore. Mind you, like, during this argument, he takes out a pack of Coke and just fucking has a little spoon and just in front of me, like, just, it was a big bump. Like, I don't know, I don't do Coke, I don't know how much it was, but it looked like a lot. And I could just tell, like, the way he was looking, like, his eyes were all fucked up, like, he was definitely under the influence of something. So having that in mind, I was like, bro, he's probably just fucked up, like, he's just looking for a quick buck, whatever. So I decided to stand my ground, you know. I was like, no, bro, I'm not paying. And he just kept getting more and more aggressive. So then I told him, all right, bro, like, you're getting really aggressive, like, I'm just gonna walk away, like, I don't like where this is going. And he's like, no, I'm not getting aggressive, like, I'm just telling you have to pay full price, blah, 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 blah. And as we're arguing, you know, I'm getting sick of it. I'm like, all right, bro, like, I genuinely do not like where this is going. So I just start walking away. And as I'm walking, one of his boys, his other boy, so it was the boss man, which I'm arguing with this whole time, the guy that sold it to me, which came across as a good guy, but now I'm starting to realize that maybe this is all part of the plan or whatever. And then there's a third guy. The third guy is just standing there, like, staring me down as I'm arguing with the boss man. So 3 guys total, right? It's me by myself arguing with these 3 guys. So it's a 3v1, right? Like, I'm like, bro, like, this is a very uncomfortable situation. But I keep walking away, right? And then the guy is following me as I'm walking, so I'm like, all right, bro, like, this is about to get, like, real messy. And then the boss man's like, hey, like, you know, back off, like, we're just talking, which is a good thing, I guess, but still, I mean, the fact that he was there following me and, you know, just staring me down like a hawk told me, like, okay, like, this is serious, like, maybe I should have just said no. But it's too late, right? After that, I was like, all right, bro, like, I don't want anything, like, you're getting aggressive, like, just take it back. And he's like, no, I can't take it back, like, that's not how it works. And I had a feeling that even if I gave it back to him, he wasn't gonna give me my money back, so I would have just been out 50K. Which is only like $10, but still, it's really not about the money, it's about the fucking principle, bro. I stood my ground and I just walked away, and he kept saying, like, if you walk away, like, don't come across that corner, because my boys are gonna be waiting over there. He was saying some crazy shit like that, like, you're gonna have problems, you know, I run this town, like, let me not catch you around this corner. I know everybody, I talk to the cops, blah, 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 like, just trying to scare me, really. Keep in mind that this place there's cops, there's a pretty good presence of cops in the town, right? They're just kind of set up there just to make sure everything's okay, so I did see that beforehand, so I literally just walked to the nearest corner where I knew there was cops. And then the guy that sold it to me is following me. As I walk to the corner where the cops are, he he's with me and he's like, hey, like my boss sent me looking for you, blah, 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 like just, you know, saying like, you gotta pay basically. And I was like, why'd you tell me that price, bro? And he just like didn't say anything. And at this point I was kind of shitting bricks, I'm not gonna lie. Bro, this guy, he already has 2 guys on me, like who knows how many others there are, you know, that I don't know about that could be watching me right now. Or, you know, if I stay here, like, they're definitely gonna follow me, they're definitely gonna wanna pull some shit. So I was shitting bricks, bro, to put it lightly. I went into this little convenience store, got me a water. I didn't know what to do at this point. I was just trying to be around people, other people that is. And this convenience store is right next to where the police are posted up. So I'm feeling somewhat safe, but I'm still kind of like shook about what just happened. So I get my water and I step back out, and the guy that sold it to me is still there. You know, he's being all weird because the cops are there, so he's like being friendly or whatever. But I know once I leave the area with cops, like they're gonna do something. So as soon as I get out of the store, I went over to the cop and I was like, hey man, where can I get a taxi? And he's like, right here. So they're just driving by. So he just flags one down for me. And this whole time, like the dude that sold it to me is right there. Like he's talking to me or trying to talk to me. I was just ignoring him. He's like shaking hands with the people I'm talking with. He's just trying to like involve himself in our conversation. And I flag a taxi down and I tell him where I'm going, and he opens the door for me, which is really weird. He opens the door, tells me like, hey, have a good night, like just being all nice and shit. I don't know what that was about, but needless to say, I got the fuck out of there. I got in the taxi and I came back to town. That's probably the first and only time I felt unsafe here in Cartagena. Needless to say that I learned my lesson, and it's a shame, right? Like I'm like, bro, like I was having such a great time. I was about to go into like these bars, have a good ass time, film some content, and everything was cut short because of this little petty ass situation, bro. But you know, it is what it is. You live and you learn. So I guess the lesson here is, if you ever find yourself in Cartagena and you go into the town, into the pueblo, do not buy drugs. Do not entertain the sellers. And, you know, part of me thinks that was like part of their whole strategy, where like they gave me a really good price, a really good cheap price, and then the plan this whole time was to have somebody else come intimidate me and press me for more money, where I think most people would fall for it and give them the money, right? Because they were trying to come off as intimidating, and it worked. Like I was genuinely scared for a hot minute there. Like I was scared enough to where I just decided to leave. I was like, bro, I'm not about to walk around these streets. Even though there's cops, they're not everywhere, so I'd rather just get the fuck out of here, bro. Fuck that. 3 against 1? Nah, bro. And who knows how many others there were, because apparently this guy was a hot shot, so.
That's my night, bro. I just feel like I have to come on here and let you guys know the full story, because it's a fucking roller coaster, man. It's sick, bro. It's kind of sick. But on the bright side, I did get about 3 G's for like 11 bucks. So their plan didn't work, man. They didn't scare me enough to pay them more money. I just got my shit and I left. But yeah, I probably won't be going back there anytime soon. Maybe tomorrow during the daytime we'll take a stroll back there. But yeah, not tonight.